Hello everyone, let us go for the next topic in file structures. I'm Shilpa B, Department of ISC, Canara Engineering College. So let us go for the next topic called IO in Unix, input output at the Unix. So this is the structure you have, kernel input output structure. Here you can see two different layers. There is a process layer and a kernel layer. In the process layer, you can see user programs, libraries, shell commands, etc. User programs are the programs whatever you are writing, the libraries, all the libraries which are used in your program, and the commands which are used in your program. So all those will be we can call it as process and your programs, and that is there in the process layer. And what exactly you have in kernel layer? In the kernel layer, first thing you have is IO system, input output system. So input output system will accept the things from the user program, all the inputs from the programs. It is a combination of your program will be the combination of libraries, commands, etc., and that will give some input to the IO system. So how exactly it is going to give? Using the system call interface. So system call interface acts as the channel between the process and kernel layer. It is the channel between the first layer and the second layer, right? And input output system, it is going to take the things from your program, and then what exactly it is doing, what is its job? It is going to divide whatever program you have according to your specific program. It is going to divide the things. So it can be giving the data to block IO system or normal files, or it can be acting as character IO system, or we can call it as terminals, printers, all those things, etc. And this is having one more branch which is also called as network IO system, or we can see the sockets over here. So it will divide accordingly, and it is going to give the task accordingly. And from the block IO system, block device drivers are going to take the job, block IO system, and that will be sent to the disk. Okay, so from the block IO system, normal files, if your program is regarding that, then block device drivers are going to accept the things, and it is going to send that to normal disk. And if it is about character IO system, then character device drivers are going to take the job, and it is going to send the job to either consoles or printers, whatever. That means it is related to the hardware. If it is related to software, and if you want to store it in disk, this will take over the job. And if it is related to hardware, this will be take over the job. And if it is related to the network, then network interface drivers will take over the job, and it will be sent to several networks to process. So this is what the IO in the Unix system. So input will be taken from the program, and in the program you are going to specify what type of program it is, and that will be send accordingly, and it will be processed, and output you are going to get using this is output. So input output system is doing all these jobs. This is about the IO in Unix, and let us see Unix in kernel. So data structures related to the Unix files are, one is there are four different tables you have here. One is file descriptor table, open file table, index node, and index node table. So file descriptor table, it is owned by user process. We have already seen it in our organization of disk. So file descriptor table is having whatever each and every files in your Unix system will be having its own file descriptor, and that value will be stored in the file descriptor table. Open file table, it is owned by the kernel, not the user process. So file descriptor table will come in the first layer of Unix organization of IO in Unix. So in this structure, the first layer carries the file descriptor table, and the other three will be there owned by the kernel layer. So open file table, it is owned by kernel layer. Let us see what it is in the next slides. And you have index node. It is a kind of file allocation table. One inode for each file in use that is going to allocate. Next we have index node table. It is also owned by the kernel, and this relates to index node. Okay, let us see what exactly it is. Now first is file descriptor table. It is associates each file descriptor to open file table. So the thing is, you will be having file descriptor value for each and every file in the Unix system. So each file descriptor is stored in a file descriptor table. There are number of file descriptor values, and that are stored in the file descriptor table. And what exactly it is going to do? It is going to associate these file descriptor to open file table. Okay, so each this file descriptor table is going to associate each file descriptor values to the open file table. Every process has its own file descriptor table, as I told. Next, what exactly is open file table? Entry for every open file. So whichever file you are going to open, that will be stored in open file table. When you open a new file, the entry will be added over to open file table. Okay, file structures, read write mode, offset, reference count, all these things are the file structures of open file table. It associates with the inode table, and here you have open file table that will be connected to inode table. It will be connected to inode table. So file descriptor table, it is going to connect to open file table, and in the whenever file is got opened, entry will be sent to open file table, and it is having all the entries for every open files, and that will be connected to inode table. So what exactly is inode table? See here, you can see the file descriptor table where you have the file descriptors 0 to 5 etc, and each keyboard, screen, error, normal files, everything will be having its own file descriptor value, and each will be having a pointer to the open file table. Whenever you are pressing a keyboard, 0 will be triggered, and that will be sent to open file table that your keyboard has been pressed. Likewise, now in the open file table, what you have all these modes. One is read or write mode. Whether your file has been opened in the read mode or write mode or any other mode, that will be there in the table, information regarding that. And number of processes using it, how many number of processes using that file, that is there in the table. Then offset of next axis, the address, that is there in the next column, and you will be having pointer to write routine. So write routine for this type of file, and you have the inode table entry. Last thing you have is inode table entry. So many other datas are available in open file table, and finally the last thing you have is entry to the inode table. So inode, what exactly index node is? Inode is nothing but it is the data structure used to describe a file. When a file is opened, a copy of inode is loaded into RAM for rapid access. So device driver, IO processor program invoked by kernel performing IO for devices. So what exactly the inode table is? You will be having all these things: device, permissions, users, user ID, file size, block count, etc. And finally you will be having file allocation table. File allocation table, FAT, is nothing but it is a table in which you have the data or address of the particular data, where exactly you need to store your data or record, address in the disk. So using file allocation table, it is going to allocate your data to the disk. Okay, so this structure we can call it as inode structure. So all these things are four different tables. You have file descriptor table, open file table, and then you have inode and inode table. So all these things are connected to one another, and finally from the programs area it is going to send the data or record to the disk, secondary storage. So that is about today's topic. Let us meet in the next session. Thank you.